This presentation is about the use of modal particle ba to indicate near certainty. A modal particle is also called a sentence final particle because it always appears at the end of a sentence. Modal particle ba has various functions, one of which is to make a suggestion. This was discussed in another presentation. In this presentation, we will discuss how to use ba to indicate near certainty. Near certainty means that one is almost certain about something but not quite 100% sure. Such a sentence is between a statement and a question. There is no straightforward translation in English when ba is used to indicate near certainty. Therefore, the context is important in deciding when to use ba. Let's look at an example. Scenario: Li calls Zhang on phone. Zhang believes that she recognizes Li's voice, so she's pretty sure that the caller is Li. The caller says, 请问小张在吗? Is 小张 in, please? Or in a telephone situation, this could be, may I speak to 小张? 小张 says, 我就是，你是小李吧? This is she, you must be 小李. Because of the use of ba, this expression shows that Xiao Zhang is almost certain that the caller is Xiao Li. The only reason she's not 100% sure yet is because this is, after all, a phone conversation, not a face-to-face situation. It is also acceptable to use a question mark instead of an exclamation mark. What is the difference between the use of ma and ba? They are similar to a certain extent. But ma shows a question. Normally, an answer is expected. Ba, on the other hand, is actually closer to a statement because the speaker is almost certain about the situation and so is not necessarily seeking an answer. Let's use an example to see the difference between ma and the ba. The scenario is that at a party, Li is about to introduce two of her friends to each other. If she is almost certain that they have not met yet, she would say, 你们还不认识吧？来，我介绍一下。You two haven't met, have you? Here, let me quickly introduce you. If she wants to first find out whether they already know each other before introducing them, she would say, 你们认识吗？要不要我介绍一下? Do you know each other? Do you want me to quickly introduce you? Next, I want to point out a common mistake that you should avoid. Because ba indicates near certainty, it is often translated as must in English. Sometimes a tag question is added to give it a hint of a question. You should not confuse must in this case with they, which can also be translated as must, but they as must indicates one's obligation. This example will give you a clear idea of the two different kinds of must in Chinese. One is near certainty, one is obligation. The scenario is a teacher calls a parent and complains that her son is late for class again. The teacher strongly suspects that the boy went to bed late the night before. She says, 你儿子昨天晚上睡得很晚吧? The mother says, 是啊，可是那是因为他晚上得去饭馆工作，10点以后才回家。When we translate these two sentences into English, each can have the word must, but they are two totally different words in Chinese. 你儿子昨天晚上睡得很晚吧? Your son must have gone to bed late last night. 是啊，可是那是因为他晚上得去饭馆工作。Yes, but it was because he must work in the evening at the restaurant. 10点以后才回家。He did not come home until after 10. This concludes the presentation on the use of ba that indicates near certainty.